Dennis, and today I'm going to tell you how I got the BBC to change a web page. Now, there's been recently a sort of mini scandal or potential scandal where a BBC presenter of a cookery show, well, I mean, I know they sort of subcontracted out, but for simplicity I'm calling them a BBC presenter for simplicity purposes. They do present a cookery show which is shown on the BBC along with someone else, and this person is called Greg Wallace. He's recently been involved in some sort of sexual innuendo scandal. Recently somebody else has said that he groped them or touched their bottom or something. I can't remember, I don't understand the exact details of it at the moment. And so basically they brought in lawyers to investigate all this. But what you might ask, is this got to do with a BBC web page? Well, I'm going to show you how I, Cliffy, managed to get the BBC to change a web page. Now, completely apparently unrelated to this, you'll notice I'm looking at the Wayback machine. Now, I've had to go into the Wayback machine for this. And this shows you what the web page looked like a few days ago, before I complained. It says, and on a program that's about the iPlayer, which has nothing to do with this program at all, they provided as an example a program featuring Greg called Inside the Factory. And it says, Greg Wallace visits an enormous factory in York to learn how millions of peppermint flavoured Hubley chocolate bars are produced every year. And this is just an example of how to use the iPlayer and how you can find out how long programs are available for. They just happened to pick this as an example program. And they showed here where it would show you, for example, in the iPlayer, lots of episodes people could pick. All of these feature Greg and in the factory. So this was a program they used as an example to show people what to look for in the iPlayer program. Now, the iPlayer program is basically a catch-up online website and app. Okay, and they use this to show people how to use it as an example. Now, when this was originally used as an example, there was no scandal involving him, no potential scandal involving him, so that, and it was quite a popular figure at the time, so that's probably why they used it. But given recent events, I didn't personally think that it was appropriate that his face and his program should be used as an example for people on how to use the whole iPlayer service. So I complained to the BBC via the BBC's complaint website. I got an email confirming they'd received my complaint and also featuring the text of that complaint. I'm now going to read to you my complaint to them now. Right, firstly there is their introduction. Introduction is not the correct word here, but I'm using it for simplicity, okay? This is their simple reply. This is a standard automated reply. Thanks for contacting the BBC. This is to confirm we've received the attached complaint sent in this name. We've included the text of the complaint and a case reference for your records. See below. And normal aim at this stage is to reply within 10 working days, 2 weeks. We hope you'll understand that sometimes it may take us longer. If you think that will be the case here, we'll try to let you know in advance. We'll normally include your complaint in our overnight reports to producers and management. This will circulate your complaint with any personal details removed, together with all the other reaction we receive today. It will then be available for the right team to read tomorrow morning. When I said tomorrow, they mean from when they actually sent this, okay? For full details of our complaint process, you can visit, and then they've given a web page. Please don't reply to this email because it's an automated acknowledgement sent from an account which can't receive replies. If you do need to get in touch, Please use our web form instead at complaints web page, quoting your reference number. Here are the details of your complaint. Now this is everything now is word for word what I wrote, okay? Right, so this is it. Greg Wallace and show used example in web page. That was just a brief title I used, which had to be short because it didn't allow too many letters. This was the main text, and I did it in uppercase. Just the next line I did in uppercase, just in thought they were complaining about the program itself, or which it wasn't. It wasn't about them showing the program or even design to forecasting if they want. It was about something different, as I've just shown you guys. Right, so this is what I wrote. This is about changing the content of a web page given current news events, rather than banning a program from being available on the iPlayer. Summary. Please choose a different program as an example due to current sensitivities, one that does not feature Greg Wallace. As you will be aware, Greg Wallace is currently being investigated by yourselves for potential sexual misconduct. I was therefore surprised to find his name in the show being used as an example program on your detailed information webpage entitled How Long Are Programs Available For? I understand at the time, when the page was created, you had to pick a random program or one people might know about, but given the current situation, the press coverage regarding Greg, as well as an investigation by a lawyer, I feel it is inappropriate to use any program featuring Greg Wallace as example programs for this purpose, explaining how long programs are available on the iPlayer and where to find this information on the screen. I feel you should choose another example show which is not controversial on this web page and redo it. I believe this is a genuine oversight and not something the BBC may have been aware of. While I will provide my details, I prefer to be contacted by email if you wish to take it further. I am not requesting the show itself be removed. That is an editorial decision only yourself should make, but as stated, I feel it is inappropriate to use Greg Wallace or the show inside the factory based on the current situation with Greg personally, which he is in for the purposes of explaining to people how long shows are available on the iPlayer. This complaint is written in good faith. And then that's it. I also gave them my details of my email address, they wanted my phone number, where I lived, all sorts of nonsense. But anyway, that is not included in this. Right. Okay, so getting back to this again. This, as I said, was the version that was available a few days ago, and you've seen it, okay? It's Greg Wallace holding up a chocolate, some piece of chocolate, okay? Today, I looked on the web page and they've changed it, presumably based on my feedback. And now, instead of showing Greg Wallace and inside the factory, they now instead on the exact same web page, instead they've changed the picture to show Strictly Come Dancing. Again, it's got a blue square, turquoise square, rectangle around length of time. We notice it says how long are programs available for, how long are programs available for. Everything else is the same. And here they've changed where it features Greg Wallace. They've changed it to different episodes of Strictly Come Dancing. So there you go, guys. Now, I did not receive a personalised response from them telling me they'd done this. I just saw them actually having done it. But there you go. That's people power for you guys. That shows you how I, Cliff, an absolute unemployed nobody, managed to get the BBC to change a web page. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.